These people in Spain and France speak a language that's unrelated to any language spoken on the earth. They live in a region known as the Pyrenees, and if you guessed that they were the Basque, then you, my friend, are absolutely correct. The Basque, or as they call themselves Euskaldanak, are a pre-Indo-European population that exists within Europe, and I've actually been to Basque country and it was by far one of my most favourite places to visit in Europe. I'm going to play a snippet of Basque, and I'd love to hear in the comment section what you think this language sounds most similar to.
Kultura bat, tradizio batzuk, ez bakarrik Euskal Herrin. Gero ere bainei, benetan atentzio ditutena izan da, motivazioa daukatena.
So the Basque people are indigenous to Basque country, an area of land in the Western Pyrenees that straddles the border between Spain and France. The Basque language is one of the few languages in the region that doesn't have Indo-European roots, indicating that it's likely one of the oldest languages in the area. Large numbers of Basque people have left their ancestral homeland, usually for economic reasons. There's a massively large population of ethnically Basque people in Chile. Pre the Christianization of Europe, the primary deity of the Basque people was named Mari. Basque legends connect Mari.
Yes, the Basque people do have the highest percentage of Rh negative blood, but we are dwindling. 20 years.
Pause to read this real quick. Brown skin guy. Don't look like this guy.
Aztec legends, the original homeland of the Aztecs was a mysterious and lost land called Atlan. And the word Atlan is in fact part of the word Atlantis. So the idea too that the Aztecs' mysterious homeland that they left was somehow in Spain off the coast of the Basque region somewhere. The ancient Basque people being a maritime culture too. The Aztec and Mayan temples of Mesoamerica are built, let's say, mostly 900 AD. But they often dig down deeper and deeper, and they find nearly every time it all goes back to 2000 to 3000 BC. The most ancient structures of Central America from the ancient Olmecs and the pre-Mayans are all from 2 to 3000 BC. Megalithic, Cyclopean ruins.
So most of Basque country is in Spain, part of it's in France, and basically what you have is you have a nation without a state. So the Basque country is thousands of years old. Culturally, language-wise, they've been there for a very long time, but they don't have a country. So their land is in the northeast of Spain, basically. So if you've heard of a city called San Sebastian or Bilbao, or Pamplona, most people know Pamplona from the running of the bulls.
Your mountains are high enough, your bowl is deep enough to protect an isolated group of people, right? If you think about Atlantis as being more of an age and not a people.
Originally called by the Romans the Vascones, and they stayed relatively untouched by the Muslim invaders, and eventually in 1515 they were annexed into Aragon, which eventually became Spain. Also their language is not related to any other language, which is called a language isolate.
Do you or any member of your family have O negative blood? Do you find yourself to be an empath or strangely clairvoyant? You might have fallen angel DNA, man. Yeah, I said it. There's a people called the Basque people, and they hail from a region between France and Spain. It's a very mountainous region, very isolated. In fact, the Basque people speak a language unrelated to any European language. Scientists have no idea where the Basque people came from, but what's more interesting is they have the highest concentration of Rh negative blood in the world. Another big scientific mystery. No one knows where that came from either, but there are some legends. One that I find particularly interesting is the idea that the Nephilim, or the children of the fallen angels in the book of Enoch and the Holy Bible, actually went to the Basque countryside to escape the biblical flood and the wrath of God. And they did, and they survived, and they passed their genes on to the natives there. And through colonization, those genes were spread throughout the New World. So, you never know, you might be part fallen angel, man. It's possible.
Hello, my fellow Rh negative family and friends of Woke Talk. Today this video is going to go over the Basque. Now, if you are Rh negative, I'm sure that you have heard of the Basque people. The Basque people, they live in Basque, and it is on the border of Spain and France in the Pyrenees Mountains. Now, the Basque people are actually the highest density population of people with Rh negative blood. So, my question to you is, have you done a DNA test, and do you have any Basque in your blood?
So, who are the Basques?
No one knows who the Basques are. No one knows. It is still a mystery, and we have to accept that. I mean, we live in that ocean of uncertainty.
So, who are the Basques?
So let's talk about one of the most mysterious languages in all of Europe, Basque. Hello, welcome to Light Linguistics. So Basque is a language isolate spoken in northern Spain and southwestern France. What do I mean by a language isolate? A language isolate is a language that has no common origin with any other languages. All these languages you can see on the chart behind me have a common origin. They can be grouped into language families. But Basque doesn't fit into any of these language families. From what we can tell, it's not related to any other language. It's been influenced by languages around it, like Latin and Spanish and French and Aragonese and Occitan. But influence doesn't mean common origin. There's lots of language isolates around the world.
In Euskal Herria Vasco country, members of the Abertzale left throw the statues of Columbus and the King of Spain in protest for all the crimes committed in Latin America against indigenous peoples, and also in solely charity for those who continue to fight until the day of today.
Did you know that there are many Basque American ancestors that cannot be traced through documents, but rather through tree carvings? These are the marks made by Basque shepherds, who immigrated around this area and watched over flocks of sheep from around the 1850s to the 1930s. Now, of course, they were not the first ones here. There were so many indigenous tribal groups before that, forced out and onto reservations by the federal government.
The Basque cro-magnon. Who built Stonehenge? That's why you gotta ask, because it damn sure wasn't the cro-magnon. He was a troglodyte and an idiot, an ignorant person. Couldn't have did something scientific. Ancient DNA cracks the puzzle. I guess. Oh, so you got that rhesus negative blood, huh? Basque. So you got that rhesus negative blood. Oh, we see where this is going. What you got? Golden blood, RH, no. Less than 50% had ain't no goddamn golden blood. RH negative is monkey blood. Hey, let's go. What's the oldest blood type? Type A, obviously. Type O and B is mutations. Yeah, that's a mutation. Type A, the original. Blood type O. Not only common. Oh, this means Neanderthal blood. What blood type was Neanderthal? Type O. They just said type A and B. Which race has most Neanderthal? European and Asians. Who would have thought? Europe and Asia so far apart, you know what I mean? From one end to the next, the whole Asia, Neanderthal. What ethnic group has the least Neanderthal DNA? Oh, you see Africa. In bold, that was a given. Okay, where y'all at? In between Spans. Okay, so I mean, Spans. You might as well call it Spans. Spain and France, you bastards. Yeah. There they go, that's who they is. The Spanish. Che Guevara on that list. I don't know if you see him. That's your man, right? Astronauts and shit. You know. A bunch of who in the fuck. And you know, this is the major conspiracy when people conspire. That's what you see right here, is people conspiring. Literally, look at the motherfucking American flag shirt. What you doing way over there? The Basque in the Philippines. Filipino genealogy. You see Magellan down there at the bottom. He Freemason. He with the shits too. Why did the Cro-Magnon go extinct? Circumstances became no exclusivity, had no social support. So you went extinct. Early European Cro-Magnon. 48,000, I doubt it, but you see, okay, early European is the Cro-Magnon. Okay, you can put 2 and 2 together. Model Homer. They trying to trick you. You see what they look like. face of the ancient European cro-magnon. You know? Cro-magnon conquered Europe, but left Neanderthals alone. Cro-magnon, how the Ice Age gave birth to the first. Hell no. Motherfuckers like, come on, no ice. Cro-magnon. You see what he look like? Damn, down at the bottom right is a whole monkey man. It say cro-magnon image. That ain't me saying that. Cro-magnon DNA. Use your modern. Look at some of the bottom right. Cro-magnon. And the giant skeleton. Cro-magnon. When the last time you seen? Only ones that be tall like that is them big Sweden. The ones over there in Sweden. They be tall like that. Look at Darwin, descended from Cro-magnon. And you know what his theory was. We'll get on him in a half second. Yeah. First early European humans, Cro-magnon. Giant skeletons, Britain, prehistoric Britain. Rock shelter. You can pause the video if you want, take it all in on a deeper note, but Cro-magnon basically means rock shelter site. Definition, extinct human of Upper Paleolithic Europe. So I don't know how you extinct and you still here. You got the RH, what does Cro-magnon mean? The crow, what it mean? Rock shelter. Man, where's another name for Cro-magnon man? Cave dweller, cave woman, cave man. Once you get into that cave, you get into them troglodytes. The caveman. Okay, well, we got a hominid. What does magnon mean in the Cro-magnon? Hominid? Tall, erect race of upper skeleton, South France. Ain't no damn Homo sapiens. So you talking about over there in France? You a hominid, Cro-magnon. Synonyms, cave dweller, caveman. It ain't just a caveman, cave woman, What was up in them caves? Hominid, a primate. That includes humans and their fossils, also reasons. Come on, man. At least some of the great apes. Come on, man. Now you lump them. Now you getting into the Darwinism. You want to lump the Cro-magnon man on the far right with the far left animal. What happened to all the in-between people? How Darwin aped Da Vinci. Look at your man Da Vinci. Came from the gorilla, but the gorilla's still here. You got the monkey troglodytes. You see what is the Niger. But look at his face, like an old Chinese man or something. Pan troglodyte. These are monkeys. When you ever seen a monkey live in a cave? Troglodyte can live in a cave. That's a caveman. It's another word for caveman. Monkey troglodyte. Look behind him in the picture. Ain't no cave. He look like they make it trying to like he from Africa. Look at the palm trees and all them type of trees in the background. They ain't growing around no caves and no ice age. Yeah. What is a troglodyte? Who are the troglodytes? In the animal world, man. The definition of troglodyte is caveman, but they say in the animal world. Like, the troglodyte monkey. Look at it, where the cave at? I thought troglodyte was cave. So where do the caveman, not cave monkey, the caveman, look at him. Where you see the cave? Where you at? The chimpanzee, Homo troglodytes. Look at him, that's a regular monkey. They saying that's the troglodyte. That ain't even the first troglodyte, that's the Homo troglodytes. That's like an updated version. Look, let's look at the definition. Especially in predatory time, a person. Come on, man, I said it's a person. Troglodyte definition, anything that lives underground. The cave was populated by albino scorpions. Look at this, all animals. Who live with Peter chiefly in caves. What is Yeah, look at some of the questions. People asking was they real. You already associated with the Neanderthal. you know, unsophisticated. It's an insult on one level. But you see the connection with the Neanderthal, the Troglodyte, right? The RH negative is all connected. Then you got the Troglodyte Indian. I told you the whole Asia, Troglodyte Indian. You seen the movie Bone Tomahawk. Go check that out. He came right up with it. Ain't had nothing to do with it. Came right up because they on there. They trying to show you in the movie. Look, it's Bone Tomahawk, a true story. It must be. They ain't say no troglodyte was no fantasy, no magical beast. It was RH negative cave dwellers, right? What's a troglodyte Indian? The Valley of the Starving Man. Cannibalistic savages who became sadistic due to their isolation from other men. Bone tomahawk. Look at this. What is another word for troglodyte? Caveman, savage, caveman, hominid. It said hominids includes humans, so if you a human, and the troglodyte must be the hominid. What does it mean to be called a Neanderthal? Look, original fiction. They put in bold letters as fiction all of a sudden, but they ain't say the Neanderthal was fiction or the cave dweller. And look, if you thought it was fake, look, you see it right in your face. She popped right out of the goddamn cave. I may be a troglodyte, but I'm staying cool. Look at her. She got her Birkenstocks, her little garden out front, comfortable as shit in the cave. Came out like a salamander, like shit. Look, this shit ain't fake. Cave troglodytes. Village troglodyte. Look at the shit at the bottom. They making the shit fancy, man. That shit. That little doorway probably go down and look. The troglodyte. That's the fancy shit. Where they came right up out of Middle Earth. You know, these simple Google. This ain't no fantasy shit. This is simple Google. You know? Look. The site troglodytes, whatever. You see it in French. So Dr. Melba Ketchum, you can pause it and take the information in if you want, but she discovered the genome. Yeah, to the apeman. They tried to discredit her, but you can pause it and read the whole thing if you need to make it real for yourself. I ain't about to read all that. Yeah, here go where she spelled out that she found it. It's been a long time battle to prove, so that's why she found it. Like, her samples check out. So of course she had to be suppressed. But this just to make it real, so when you let the scientists tell it, I don't want you to think somebody telling you the cave monkey man and this man, something different from human. You trace your ancestors back. Tell me when you get to the ape man. Your ancestors go back how many thousand years? More than the 5, 7, 9, 48 that they keep. But look, DNA don't lie. I support Dr. Melba Ketchum. This is a simple Google search somebody put out there. DNA don't lie. You see what the sex symbol say right there of what was it was the monkey. What the fuck? Look at it. Suggested that cryptids had sex with modern human females. This scientist. Human relative arose around some 15 years ago. Arose. Confirming only legendary Bigfoot is real, man. Genetic tested confirmed. You know, I don't want you to think I'm making this shit up. Like, this some rhetoric that I put together. This is just the progressive steps down the rabbit hole. See how they put the North American Sasquatch in blue? That's how you do. You just keep following keywords. Hominid hybrids. You see the words, pause it and see for yourself. I ain't gonna read all that shit, but yeah. Female Homo sapiens. Rumor and reality. Creatures of the cryptozoology. That's a whole nother topic you getting into. That's basically what this is zoology. But man, look. Read it and weep. I ain't, I don't want to read it and you make it seem like I typed this up and nah, this all simple Google search. Mitochondrial DNA, scientific journal. Now I told you they tried to reject it. Look at the study has been rejected by other scientific journals, right? It's been accepted by some, though. So see, I say rejected by other. That means it's been accepted by some. And she's saying she found it. And if Bigfoot supposed to be some mythical creature, that's somebody's ancestors. You can trace your ancestor. Who discovered, then we're getting into the real deal. Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, 1795, when they first came up with the word Caucasian. You see what it say at the bottom, who was the creator of race, the five original. This just some dude in 1795 that coined the term Caucasian. Caucasus Mountain, Asia. Here you go, right here. This coming from Crumb TV. Shout out Crumb TV. Shout out Cow Supremacy. They put this lecture together on eugenics, and this guy name came up. And I think it's relevant to the Basque story because that's their descendants if you got that RH negative. This dude just came up. Look at it. He came up with the eugenics program and all that. Yeah, just shout out Crumb TV, fair use, educational purposes only. Educational purposes only. This is, you see it say school at the top. Shout out Crumb, I'm a subscriber. But yeah, pause it and read it for yourself. The quality a little fucked up right there, but this the school where they was teaching that Darwinism. They was teaching people that you come from the monkey. Darwin is related to these folks. Look, Sir Francis' first cousin. He often referred to black people as gorillas, the uncivilized species Negro. Read the quote to the right? This man was saying that, you see it right there, that's a quote, black people as gorillas. So he was saying that everybody come from the monkey, right? Right? But the woman that found the monkey said it was sex. Look, who coined the term eugenics? This Darwin cousin. If you don't know what eugenics is, you got a whole nother rabbit hole to fall down. I suggest you go catch Crumb TV, Tribe of Ishmael eugenics program. Him and Cow Supremacy, man. Scholar-worthy presentation. But I digress, man. This is the dude that is Darwin cousin, first cousin or something like that. Okay, you see what this is what I was telling you is zoology. They associating their lineage and evolution through zoology, studying animals, studying the monkey. Once you research these dudes, they studied the monkey because that's in the line of their lineage. I keep telling you that RH negative. That's the RH is rhesus, the rhesus monkey gene. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Human and the macaques, whatever, share about 90% of 93% of their DNA. They say the only person that ain't got it is African, so RH in the blood. You can pause it and read it. It's a lot of information to take in. But the RH negative is what the origins go back. This all coming from the Basque. This all we don't forget where you came from. We talking about the Basque. But to understand them, you got to go a little deeper. This is where we going. Why is it called RH? Right? RH antigen. Rhesus monkey in the basic test. They used the blood. So the only one, that's what I'm saying, when they used it, the only one that it matched was the rhesus monkey. You want to think I'm talking shit about the RH negative. Now they, look at some of the questions. Is it reptilian? Like, this just goes to show that Darwin and all these people is lying, because now these other scientists are saying, we don't know where it come from. It's present in the monkey, right? But you didn't create the monkey, did you? Right? If it's a hominid, Man, you gotta put this shit together, man. Somebody lying. Look, these your scientists. These the same scientists on the same planet looking at the same RH, cro-magnon, Basque society. They don't even know if it's alien. So, okay, which group has the most RH negative? I'm bringing you back home. RH frequency is about 29% were documented among the Basque. But don't let people fool you. See that Morocco, see that Saudi Arabia. They kind of tipped into East Africa. That's why the Egyptians look white and Spanish and all that East African. We already did the case on Ethiopian being mixed. The cro-magnon, he got into your East Africa. What blood type is monkey? First thing that came up, RH negative. Look, and you see how now they're gonna try to tell you it's special. They got the priest and the RH negative blood type. Look what he got on. He got on the biblical chest plate of the Judaism. That something had to do with the zodiac. You can look up the science on that. He got the Masonic hand gesture, one finger up in the picture. This the priest. This will make it real for you. Right? Nestled in the mountains between France and Spain, there's a semi-isolated population of native European people that have long puzzled anthropologists. What you puzzle about? What you puzzle about? How everybody with the RH, this would make it so bad. If you got the RH, you related to a lot of people that got the RH. This ain't me making this shit up. You seen it right in your face. You seen it right in your face. Celebrities, presidents. So that's just people that they putting in your face. Think about people behind the scenes. Rothschild, Rockefeller, DuPont, all that little shit. I'm just showing you the RH negative, the Basque, the rhesus monkey, the Troglodyte. And this is, you look what they saying. Is it alien? Is it alien? This is a legitimate question people ask. Legitimate. Look, did not originate from ancient aliens. Royal elite, one of the slave race, one of the aliens. How many dogs mixes up in the 16th century? So you can pause this and look at it. How they went from O negative and you see the RH. Look how it stem out from RH. What's so secretive? Now it's a secret, right? So why do all the people, presidents and people in power that got the RH negative blood type, you automatically in the clique, in the group? Look your man Obama right there. Look him up. Don't take my word, but I didn't put the man picture up there. I didn't edit this. There's your man Obama right there, right? Now they getting into the annual. If you don't know what the Anunnaki is, that's a whole nother rabbit hole to fall down. We're not about to get into all that, but they saying. So then you got everybody in this picture is related. You see Obama related to Bush, related to Brad Pitt, related to Abraham Lincoln. You got Pocahontas looking like who the you got Hugh Hefner, Dracula, Vladimir Playler, Prince. I mean, you see it. This ain't even everybody. This ain't everybody. This just showing you, like, you know, a little peek at how many people relate. This, look, European royal bloodlines of the American president. They were telling you what they're not saying because you related to royalty that this the royal bloodline. They saying this the golden blood. The RH is the royal, but when you got the RH null, you know, negative mean null. If you was paying attention earlier, RH null was the golden. So if you negative, that's null, right? What are the odds that all the presidents have the same blood type? You can say bloodline because they related. You can say that, but think blood type. What are the odds everybody would be O positive? Every single one of them. What are the odds, right? You know. So, a lot of people asking, is it alien in origin? But you don't see the reports on this. You got some that say it came from the monkey. You got some that say it's only found in the monkey. They all agree it's RH negative. They ain't calling it nothing different. They all agree it's rhesus monkey, the macaque, or however you pronounce that little golden, blonde-looking monkey. So they posing the question: does it equal ancient alien heritage? I mean, just make it make sense. You done went from the Basque people coming out the cave to the aliens. Simple Google search. Look at the bottom. Ain't no special thing you typing in. And then look at the picture at the bottom right. How is the man in the middle, right? You see it representing the red RH negative. How is the man in the middle not a part of the gene chain? Like it's just going right around you. You in the mix, but it's going right around you. You see somebody else when you do the simple Google images. You could be an angel or an alien. We ain't gonna get into that, man. We're gonna say that for part 3. When you get into it's in the Bible and all that. We're gonna get into that in part 3. Someone, it's another people that kind of relate to the Basque is the Berber. We might have to say them for part 3, but just wanted to give you a little quick heads up of what's coming. According to these people with white skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, these are Berbers. These are real, yeah. I told you Libya, western borders of ancient Egypt that extended from, I'm trying to tell you, they took over that East Africa. Or they I won't say they took over, but they had to see the power for a minute. You see it. And this is what the Berber look like. They pretty much the Basque. North African Berber, this your gypsy culture as well, right? Look how they look though. They came out the cave though. This is the cave people now. Don't get all into Africa and think they indigenous. No, don't get in Morocco, North Africa and think they came from there. These is the Basque, the Berber and the Basque is the same people. These the same RH. Don't worry, they coming in part 3. Look at it. Look how they look. Do that look? That's a real person. The Berber. That picture is real. That's not. She probably ain't but 70, 65. Look. The Berber women in the Atlas Mountains. It's a humanoid. It's a hominid. What is that? And then look at that and then take it back 5,000, 7,000 years up in the cave, up in the ice. It look Middle Eastern. It look Eurasian, Slavic, Poland. Take your pick. You know what I mean? This Morocco, but it's the same people though. I wonder if this got anything to do with your Burberry clothes you like so much. The Burberry, with the flag, you know what I mean? Like it's a nationality. Look at that. Algeria. Look at that. I want to make sure that's the Berber. That's your cave. Look at that. That's a regular person. That ain't no movie. You see they got the head wrap. Ain't no telling what's underneath there. This your Morocco. Look at the lady in the bottom left. Look like a movie. This your Morocco though. This your Northeast Africa. Yeah, we gonna get into that in part 3. What blood type are the Berber? The blood type proves that the Berber and Basque were originally closely related, as many of them have RH negative blood type. What blood types are the Berber and the Basque? RH negative blood type, like the descendants of the first settlers in Ireland, Scotland. So I tell you, them people, the Berber you just seen, got all the way over there in East Africa, right? In Egypt, took over Egypt. Look at it. Are the Berbers really 40%? Bam. Now you remember the numbers earlier was like 5% got it and 10% this and all these low numbers. Go back and look up the numbers. Them people's 40% deep. Ironically, it's a Berber monkey. That's the name. Look at the jump. That's the name of the monkey. It's a Berber. Look at the bottom. Barbary. Burberry. Look at it. Macaque. I don't look at. Look how she reaching out to the ancestors. Young female Barbary. Barbary. Burberry. Berber. Barber. Look, this is a picture of who is the she. That's your gypsy Egyptian, RH negative. It's a lot. It's a lot to connect. But I'm hoping you kind of putting 2 and 2 and 3 together. It's the indigenous monkey, the Berber. They both got the. What's the chances that the monkey is named Berber? You got a group of people named Berber, and the monkey got RH negative, and the Berber got RH negative. Look, it was Wars 4. Look how they look. They look North African. The Berber is the North African. Islam, where you... Look, we're going to get into that in part 3. I'm out, man. Stay up.